Broadcasting live from upstate New York, a technology talk show that puts you and your questions first. It's Tech Talk Live.
Yeah, baby, it's Tech Talk Live, coming to you live from upstate New York. I'm Flipper.
And I'm JJ. It's night is...
On vacation.
Already.
I think so, right? Whoops, that's not the right angle.
Is that the right angle?
I got to figure what... There we go.
There we go.
Yes, it's me and you now.
Yes.
So
The Flipper JJ Show.
Flipper and JJ Show on Tech Talk Live this week. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That would be fun. Anyway, we're a local computer talk show. Actually, we're on the web, I guess. I always say that. I'm so used to saying that from the old days.
Right.
I don't think that habit really broke.
Well, we are still local.
Kind of, yeah. Well, we
Kinda.
can be a local, you know. So
People who know us, anyway.
right. But anyway, we're Tech Talk Live, and we're broadcasting from upstate New York. And we take your computer questions. If you want to send us your computer questions via email, you can do so through email by emailing us at techtalkliveny@gmail.com.
Or give us a shout out at 315-220-0692.
Right. You can get your comments on the air. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I mean, we're pretty open as long as you don't get, nasty or mean or anything.
Right.
We're pretty good.
11 o'clock on the East Coast.
Yep. 11 o'clock.
Those in other places.
Right.
Who may be watching, we hope.
We hope, right. So, but yeah, anyway, we talk about technology. We talk about games. We talk about iPhones, iOS. It doesn't matter what we talk about because we're just right into it. We just love technology. So, I mean, Snides even brought up old technology before, which has scared the crap out of everybody, I think.
Apple peelers?
Yeah, apple peelers,
Or
what's it
potato
doing?
peelers or whatever it was.
Yeah, put the apple in, and then it peels.
Piggy scoops and oink 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 noises.
You can be a fat pig, too.
Oi!
Anyway, happy holidays to everybody out there. Merry Christmas if you celebrate that. Happy Hanukkah. I think that's already started, ain't it?
Started or over with, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. Kwanzaa, May, I want to celebrate Kwanzaa this year.
Right?
So, anyway,
News going on around the world?
yeah, the shooting. I mean, I just got to give a shout out to everybody up in Connecticut. Such a horrible tragedy with that shooting, the elementary school. Just you can't imagine Can't imagine.
Can't imagine either.
So
all the sorrow everybody must be going through.
So, but best wishes.
A lot of unanswered questions, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I think I've been speechless since, and I still don't have much to say other than wish everybody the aftermath part of this. Anything that helps you get through the situation and get better and healed up.
Speaking of a quick recovery.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. So anyway, now that we got that out of the way, we'll continue on with the show. So,
very good.
As soon as I get my tablet ready.
What were the discussions? We're gonna do something about games, and what else do we have there?
Well, I had something on holiday games, and then
I'm not sure I got holiday games, but I think I have some. I think Apple's top 10 or whatever it is for 2012. I think.
Oh, nice.
Games, I think it was.
Yeah, nice. I've got. As soon as my browser kicks up here on my tablet, I got a bunch of stuff from PC games to console games to whatever. So, if you're really looking for some interesting games, I got a bunch of lists here. Something that's finally peeking out around the corner. Finally, I don't know how many people out there played Tribes, right?
It's peaking.
Peaking, right?
Right.
A peaking, man. If anybody played Tribes back in the days, it was a first-person shooter online. It was free to play online, and you played in teams or tribes, and you went against other teams to try to defend your base or whatever, and you got to pick different classes. And it was really a fun game. The big problem was that there were so many people out there that figured out ways to cheat in it, it just got nuts. Okay, so the newest invention or newest flavor release, whatever, of Tribes is Tribes Ascend, which came out earlier this year. It's $30 to buy, but it's free to play online on these massive servers, and it's basically these maps that you're basically defending your base. You got vehicles, you got guns and stuff like that, and it's really an interesting game, and it's all futuristic. You got a jetpack so you can fly around the board.
That'd
it's
be cool.
it's really neat. really a neat game. And that's out now, and so Tribes Ascend is really a neat one that I thought was out for this holidays. That really I thought, wow, geez, right there's one for the holiday list.
Right, number one.
So what do you got?
Oh, let me fire up my.
Okay, well then I'll go for number two.
Number two.
This one, Seth really likes, and I really think we need to get it at some point. It's for PC and PS3. It's Borderlands 2, and Borderlands was a game that was based on a bunch of treasure hunters going to outer space or Mars or wherever. Man, I got an itch. I'm sorry. And basically you got to pick your character, whether you were this the sniper dude or the heavy guy or that punches everybody or whatever. It was kind of like role playing but first person shoot 'em.
Okay.
And the guns were upgradable, the people were upgradable with different stats and stuff, and it was really kind of fun just to go through the storyline, and Borderlands 2 is $60. It just came out recently. It's for the holiday season. You can get it for PS3. I think it's on Xbox as well and PC. It's really a great game in the sense of it's built well. It's an open environment, and it's huge. I mean, absolutely huge.
Nice.
They estimate something like 40-some hours of gameplay.
Wow.
So
that is huge.
That's like straight gameplay. So now you play it like I play games, an hour here, an hour there, whatever. You're talking 6 months to a year before you're done playing it,
Nice.
So that's a really neat game to have. It really has kind of like the whole Diablo and Torchlight upgrade system. So
right.
Maybe you get a light machine gun and you want to make it fire faster. You can use it enough and eventually get points to put into speed of fire. So you can upgrade the rate of fire that you get on that gun. So it's really a neat game.
Nice. Actually, Apple's came out with the holiday gift guide.
Very nice.
Is what it is, and it's games for. They've broken down into categories. Actually, games for kids, gifts for casual players, and gifts for the hardcore gamers.
Woo.
And the first one on their list, of course, is one of your favorite. It's actually for games for kids. They have it on their list is Star Wars Angry Birds.
Oh, there you go.
And MJ's in the background. He's actually playing it right now.
All right.
And
I gotta admit, Ravio really did a wonderful job on theming out Star Wars to the Angry Birds world.
Oh my God.
I mean, if you get to play it,
it's like you're joining the Angry Birds in their biggest adventure yet.
Right. Yeah. Well, it is. I mean, even the boards resemble different things. Like I got to this one board, and I'm like, oh my God, that's the hangar from the first movie.
Oh yeah, you got the planets,
Yeah.
The Death Star and
the Pig Star. Yeah.
The Pig Star, I guess you would call it.
Yeah. Got the little ears and a little snout. Yeah, it's really cute.
Anyway, it's a 99-cent app.
If you want it without ads.
Without ads.
You can get it for free if you don't mind ads.
Right. All different types of levels. You have, was it Luke Skywalker one with the lightsaber?
Well, that would be the Red Bird. Yep.
Red Bird.
Once you get to a certain point, you get the lightsaber. So as you come into the bricks,
right.
you can use the lightsaber to crush things up.
Right.
So,
here, MJ's going to give us a little thing here.
There we go.
A little tutorial.
There you go.
If you can see it.
Yep, that's Tatooine. Yep.
That's what level Matt's on right now, currently playing. And I like it. What's the other one? The one with the ray that comes out of it, the red ray. I'm not sure which one it is.
That was Han Solo.
Is it Han Solo?
Yeah, where you throw him. It's the yellow bird. He goes up and you can hit the button. And he goes, choo, choo, choo. He shoots like 3 or 4 lasers at something and it bounces off like it does in Star Wars.
Right. My assistant in the background here is also showing us some of the caricatures that they...
Yeah, you can't really see it that great, but yeah, you got...
a little better up, down?
Yeah, that's fine. It's more the glare, but... yeah, no, so you get the red bird, you get the yellow bird, so the red bird is Luke Skywalker, the yellow bird is Han Solo, the pink bird, if you get the new update, the pink bird is now in there as Princess Leia.
Oh, we haven't got that one. We've got a lot of characters we have to open yet on our game yet. But I'm
already done as far as I can go. I need to get the update, or I need to get an update to get the rest of the...
Nice.
I got Hoth, I'm already on Hoth. That's really fun. So any of you Star Wars junkies, Angry Birds Star Wars is kind of fun just to have some fun with it. So
nice. Nice. Oh, Matthew does have the pink bird with the
Oh, very nice.
and there's like a couple Death Star pigs and
Now, one of my favorites from Ravio, which is it takes a while to play just because it's just you build it and do something with it,
Right.
is Bad Piggies.
all bad piggies.
That's a fun game.
I have seen it. I haven't played it yet.
Oh, if you get a chance, get it. It's just fun. I mean, just you build these little like vehicles to take the pigs
Right.
from point A to a goal, you know, and you had to do it with certain objectives. So
Nice. I gotta throw another one out there. This is one of the ones for the gifts for the hardcore gamer.
Yeah.
It's called The Walking Dead. It's a $4.99.
oh, that was on my list.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's an iOS app now too, and it's $4.99.
Well, the iOS app I think is a top-down shooter, right?
It appears it is.
Yes. On the
Yep.
PC and on I think the PlayStation. I think it's coming out for PlayStation as well. Yeah, it's Telltale Games brings you the gruesome, well-written point-and-click adventure based on critically. Oh, this is a point-and-click adventure. Sorry, I'm wrong.
Right.
I thought this was the first-person shooter one that came out, which is the Rise of the Dead or whatever.
I haven't played this one yet, so that's. I'll just
But no, The Walking Dead is kind of like Diablo, but zombie apocalypse time. I mean, it really looks good. I saw the trailers. I got to play a little bit of the demo that they had online. $24.99 for PC. I don't know what it is for.
Actually, this level here is $4.99, or you can get the multi-pack for $14.99.
Oh, okay. So you get the whole
So,
thing, right?
Right.
So yeah, The Walking Dead. If you like the zombie apocalypse thing,
That's
yeah.
one for you for iOS.
there you go.
What else you got?
Oh, hardcore.
Go
You want hardcore gaming? Let's go PC hardcore gaming again because you know me, I'm a big PC guy. There's FLT, Faster Than Light. It's a kind of a flight simulator shooter type thing.
This one, iOS has got a similar one. It's Sky Gamble, I think it is, and that's like a jet fighter game.
Yeah, kind of the same thought process. Very great graphics, but it's really hard to get into it because it's so built around this whole. How do I put it? I don't know. Check it out. Check out the demo. It's easy. You'll see what I mean. It's quite challenging and challenging to get into because of the way the game is built and what it's built around, the gaming mechanics and
Party play, console graphics, bigger fleet of aircraft. According to this one, anyway. Voice chat challenges online. You can go with this one. Customize your controls. I mean, you can get all vintage war, aircraft to current aircraft.
yeah. Because I think it's kind of like an RTS / flight simulator if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's $2.99 on iOS for Apple.
I have no idea what it is on PC because I don't think it's released yet. Guild Wars is another good one if you're looking for a game for your adventure and in your family. It's
Right.
Guild Wars is kind of like a majorly upgraded and modified EverQuest. You get online on servers and worlds. The servers become the worlds, and you basically battle monsters and you join groups. You can do player versus player, or you can play in groups and go after the bad guys. Lots of equipment, lots of trading, lots of interaction.
Okay.
The biggest two things that you need with Guild Wars is you need a fast computer and you need a really good video card. You don't have those two things. The minute you get into a major battle, it slows to a crawl.
That's not good.
It happens.
It happens. It does.
Anyway, if you want to talk about what we're talking about, or if you want to just give us a shout out, or you want to talk about something else, you got a computer question, need some help with your computer, give us a call, 315-220-0692, or
You can send us an email at techtalkliveny@gmail.com. Look us up on Facebook. You got that up and running. Actually, we got one of our local viewers saying good morning to us, MJ, Miss Persing. So
oh, hey, what's up, dog?
we should have had him on the show filling for Snide.
Oh, there you go, right?
I
went to go try to see if Tiffany would come on.
Right.
So we could talk about downloading videos and having them local so that,
For technology.
she would be prepared on
Right.
if she wanted to do the video thing again. Ow. I just banged my hand.
How'd that feel?
It hurt. So I was thinking about doing that, but this week has been nuts, so I really didn't get a chance to, really coordinate with anybody to
Right.
do this. So, it happens. Real quick, I'll list a few more games that are out there that everybody, of course, is holiday wish list if you're looking for games for your PC player or maybe even console player.
Right.
For the PC, you got Diablo 2. Definitely a huge game from Blizzard. They've polished it to no end. It's fairly decent. $60 gets you the game, and then you can play online for free through the Blizzard net. An alternative to that, and a lot cheaper alternative to that, is for PC is Torchlight 2. Mm-hmm. It's more like Diablo 2 was instead of like Diablo 3 is. More the adventure game. You're fighting the devil, and blah 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 blah. You're fighting for the good fight. As an adventurer, you got a big axe. You can be a barbarian and be like, rah.
Oh, poor Oscar, he almost got him.
Hi, Oscar.
One of our gifts for the casual players on iOS is a couple of favorites that.
Here's our favorite kitty. Right.
Hey, there's our mascot.
Look in the camera. Look at the camera.
Wants a little airtime.
Wants a little airtime.
Anyway,
Merry Christmas.
These are a couple of games that Mimi and I actually play. One is Words with Friends, of course, for the casual player.
Words with Friends.
Words with Friends. It's kind of like with Scrabble.
Ah, very nice.
You play against other opponents that are
I
signed
would
up
not
online.
be good at that.
Well, they do have of course, they do have a website. It's a cheat where you can just throw in your letters and it scrambles them up for you and makes words for you. And you just download them.
Wow, he really
He
sounds
does.
good on the mic.
He does. Do some voiceovers there.
There you go, right? Now, if we just get him to do the Meow Mix commercial, it'll be
Right.
good.
We got it back in the day when Words with Friends was a free app when it 1st came out. Now it's $2.99 for iOS. And another one that we like that we play just about pretty much every day is Bejeweled.
Oh, you're big into the console kind of.
We're into Bejeweled. $3.99
Yeah,
on the iOS. We got that when it was free as well. So
right.
we play a lot of it actually on Facebook.
All right.
Do a lot of it
Well,
on
it's still
Facebook.
free on Facebook.
Right. If you wanted to get free iOS, so it's $3.99. But those are just a couple gifts for the casual users if you want to reach out. Hey, get somebody from a nice little gift.
Stay. He's just not listening.
Just loves you.
I really need to get some type of kitty catnip thing or something. I feel like, here, go get it. Hey, sit there. It's okay. So yeah, there's a lot of Oscar, get your foot out of my thing. This is going to be a bad show, evidently. Come on. He's not happy.
He told you.
Yeah, get out of here.
We see who rules the nest here.
Oh, there's no doubt that he rules the nest. He just, okay, good. Lay there, right there. That's fine.
Another one for the games for kids that iOS has come up with, or Apple has come up with for the holiday season, is Cut the Rope. Cut the Rope is a game that we have that MJ uses quite often. It's I guess it's a frog-like character, I guess you would say. And you get this, it looks like a yo-yo, where it just kind of spins. It's attached to strings, and you have to get it through kind of like through an obstacle course.
Oh, so kind of
attached by strings and through bubbles and stuff, and then it actually looks like a piece of candy, I guess you would say. Like a
Okay.
little yo-yo, and then you got to get over to the frog-like character, and he eats it, and you go on to the next level, and
right.
it's based on how fast you can do it and how many stars you get. And
Well, geez, that sounds like a game right up my alley.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, cut the rope.
Cut the rope.
That's not like cut the cheese.
No, please don't.
I just realized he probably sat on my donut, didn't he? Anyway, back to some of the bigger games, and that's the one thing that I'm finding, gaming has kind of changed over the last probably 5-6 years. Everybody gets into these smaller games like Bejeweled and, like the cut the rope thing, but, less and less people are getting into the bigger games like Civilization 4 or 5. I think they're up to 5. Yeah, they're up to 5 now. StarCraft, Blizzard. I'm still big in those games. I have StarCraft 2, wonderful RTS.
I think a lot of it has to do with people are getting down to these iPads and the Nooks and stuff, and
Throwing away the PC.
so throwing away the laptop maybe. But
I don't know why you would throw away the laptop. The laptop's better than the PC nowadays.
what am I saying? Laptop, the PC. Yeah, I think you're right. The PC. I misspoke. Yes,
Yeah,
I think you were keeping your laptop, but I'm thinking The big.
Well, the majority,
monster.
I think really this really comes into a good discussion. I think the majority of people are giving up power and stability and all that wonderful stuff for these smaller devices. Like, there's no way that you're going to run StarCraft 2 on an iOS. Okay,
Maybe someday.
I doubt it. Maybe
Someday.
maybe a long time into the future, you might be able to go back to the StarCraft that we got now, because the processor isn't big enough and the memory isn't big enough on these tablets. You just don't have enough room at this point. Once you get enough room, or they shrink it enough, and you can get that kind of stuff,
Right.
I suppose you could, but then you still have to get out of this mentality, and the manufacturers are still got this mentality that these tablets can't be as powerful and is not going to be as powerful as a PC. You look at Android, you look at iOS, you can't do everything that you could on a laptop. You can't
Right.
can't get into the engine compartment and say, I want to add this functionality. You can't upgrade them. Okay.
No, you have to buy new.
Right. You just got to literally, it's a throwaway society at this point, which I don't believe in totally. I really think if you're going to, if you're going to get something, it should be upgradable and fixable.
Right.
These things aren't fixable. These things are just not fixable by any normal.
Society's pushing for mobility, and that's.
I'm good with mobility. I'm
that's where they're
good
going.
with mobility.
I
But
love the idea that I got a computer, my iPhone. I got a computer on my hip that I'm bringing around with me.
right.
I
But
was.
what do you really use it for? What does that computer on your hip really go for? Get your email?
I get my email. I use it for directions. I look up places where I want to go.
Right. Now, how much does that cost you?
For the device, or,
The whole cost. So how much is for the device?
well, the device was, I think, a total $499 by the time I got done buying the device, the protective covers and stuff.
$500.
I'd say $500.
Okay, so $500. You got a $500 investment right now.
Right.
Okay. Now, how much is it for the service?
Well, it's we're still one of the old timers. We still got the unlimited yet for $30. So
Okay.
unlimited tech talks and internet. So
Oh, so you're still on the grandfathered in
cost, yeah.
plan.
Right.
AT&T, Verizon.
Verizon.
Oh wow, you're really lucky then.
Right. As soon as you upgrade, you have to go over to the
Right.
share all plan,
Right.
But-
Right.
which really isn't a bad gig, but
Well, yeah, it is, because think about it. If you're sitting here saying, okay, fine, you get 5 gigs a month. Okay, I think it's what the plan is.
well,
Five,
it depends on what you buy. You can get 2 gigs, 4 or 2,
2, 5,
2, 5, 8, and 10.
right?
And if you're connected to your Wi-Fi at home,
You don't have to worry about that at home.
you don't have to, right. Or
Right.
a lot of places at work have Wi-Fi.
Right. So,
Depending on where you work.
but have you seen the cost if you go over those?
Oh yeah, it's dramatic.
Astronomical.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's like $1.50 a meg or something like that. It's like astronomical.
You look at the 4 phones that we're using, we're probably about 5G a month, probably between the 4 phones that we're using.
5 gigs a month,
5 gigs a month.
just on the phones.
Just the phones that we're using, right?
Okay. What about
4
the
phones.
you have no iPads or
Nope.
anything? You're not connected through
Nothing,
the cellular.
nothing. Right.
Okay. So you're saving there. Some people are using the iPad. Oh, hi. Hello.
Ding.
Sorry.
So even if we got the 10 gig plan, which is
Yep. And then shared it between everybody.
it was like $200 a month, but it's still cheaper than the old plan.
$200 a month. Okay. Now, granted, I'm not as mobile. I'll
Right.
give you that much. Don't really need to be. I don't see the point. I don't have to be that mobile, I guess. Okay. $200 a month.
Right. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money for
You see that 200 a
limited
month?
for limited access. $200 a month should have given you everything.
Right.
Unlimited.
I see where we're going with. If you say that $200 a month,
Yeah.
you
could-
less than
I-
a year, you're having a nice.
I'm telling you,
laptop
right
on
here,
your
right here,
desk.
$200 a month. Okay, $200 a month. This is my point. This is totally my point, and this is where I don't know why people do it, and I'm so concerned that we miss the point here. You got $200 a month to do it that way.
Right.
Okay. You can do it through a limited access point or a limited setup through what is it, Virgin Mobile or whatever. You can get the data plan through that for $20 a
Yeah, but
month.
Virgin Mobile, you got to depend on who's your server too, because a lot of these
All right. I mean, depends on
like
how
Virgin
good they're.
Mobile is only good in like Syracuse, Rochester area. I'm not sure if they migrated closer to our area here in the Finger Lakes, but
Well, they got that one company that resells Verizon.
right.
You know, they basically take Verizon data plans. So you can get like 5 gigs for a month. For a whole month, you can get 5 gigs on a device that you buy down to Walmart, I think. You know, the device
Yeah,
is
it's a straight
$39.99 and then
talker
you
or something
pay
now.
$20. $50. $50, 5 gigs. Okay, for a month. You renew the card and it's only $21. You know, Verizon's cost, Verizon, if you do it through your contract, is like 20% more. Okay, that's my first point. My second point is $200 a month
200.
and you're still getting limited. Okay.
Right. I'm getting limited, but I'm getting my mobility, which is what I like.
Okay. So, but the question, like I said, the question
And I
comes
still
down
have
to
I still have some games that I use.
yeah, but that's what I guess my question is what you're going to really use that mobility for. Me myself, the only thing I would use my mobility for would be directions and email.
Right.
Is that worth $40 a month to me? Probably not. I got a GPS.
Directions, email. I get GPS as well,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I like having that mobility.
All right.
So,
But-
and I got apps on there that I could utilize for work if I really had to. So,
Like
you
what?
know, like paperwork apps, like
Well, like Office or something.
yeah. If
Not
I
as
really
good as-
needed, if I really needed some stuff to go out in the field with for documentation purposes, but
Right.
you know, I could just email that back, to work.
Yeah. That's not
It's
the
right here
same,
in
but
my hand.
yeah,
Not a
but
laptop
now you got to
carrying around
type.
like this.
Yeah, but now you got to type it in.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got it
but
for the iPad too. So
I know, but well, right, but your iPad then would have to connect to your iPhone, right? You can connect it. You got the Wi-Fi hotspot. on
I
the
get the
iPhone.
Wi-Fi. I don't have the Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone now.
Oh, right there, you blew that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, if you're,
I can get that if I want to, but it's an extra. It's extra.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
$20
You
a
see what
month.
I'm saying?
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
I see where you're
I'm okay with the concept of being mobile,
Right.
Okay, I just not in the concept of these replace this. It doesn't. It just doesn't. They're not there yet.
And I think it will be someday.
I don't think it will be.
They're getting
'Cause
close.
They're nowhere close, JJ.
They got to be close.
No, they're nowhere close. 1 gigahertz processor right here. This is a 1 gigahertz processor. Okay, 1 gig of memory. Same thing as your iOS right there. Same specs. Right. This thing sitting right here, which is a laptop, a Toshiba laptop, has more power than both those machines combined. And it's old. It's 7 years old. But that's my point. Is that there's a point why people probably should still be keeping laptops and computers necessarily, depending on what you're doing. I just do not see. By the end of the day, that wasn't us. That was you, right? Okay, sorry. I keep hearing
I'm
a
not sure what
noise.
those- I heard that noise too, but I'm
Okay.
not sure. I'm not quite
So,
sure what it is.
But anyhow, these video games that we're talking about, yeah, you can get those little guys, and yeah, some of them are being made for the iOS and scaled down and not as good graphics and blah 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 blah.
Right.
But somebody was like the other day, well, you could do Tech Talk mobile with an iPhone or something. I'm like, well, I suppose you could, but is it really going to be that good? Probably not. That video camera is not as good as what we got sitting on the bench here.
Right.
And I think that misconception of quality.
I like my little cameras on my phone.
Oh yeah, it's not bad. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's really not bad. They've really done a good job.
8 megapixel.
8 megapixel, but it's a single lens. There's not multiple lenses in there to give you a high resolution. It's literally just an eye. Here you go.
Eye.
Yeah. Can they produce some good pictures? Yes, they can. Are they going to produce the same quality as an SLR? No.
From
Was that? Is that over there?
I don't know if that's from over there. It might be.
Yeah, it sounds like it's over there.
I think it is too.
Your assistant sounds like he's
Yes.
using the ball.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Anyway, I think it's time for break. We should.
Well, it
probably
is time for
we
break,
should
but I
probably
wanted
come
you to
back on
finish
this.
that thought because we're still there. We're still on this topic. I want to hear it.
I got distracted there for a second. So
I see that, but we were talking about the camera.
all the 5 megapixel, all the thought.
Right.
Not as good quality picture as
Right.
something produced from Flipper. Is what I was going to say.
No, I'm not even
Great
going to go there.
great
I'm not
quality
even
work.
going to go there. I'm not even going to go there.
I was going to say the great quality work that you do.
Well, thank you. You're sucking
That's
up.
all.
Now stop.
Of course, I was.
All right. No, but my point is that, going from, I think that's what my problem is, and that is my problem. The perception of quality anymore, and the perception and understanding what each. I would never use this, okay, as my main computer because it would not handle everything that I need to do. Okay, 5 to 10 years from now, when they put an i7 in here and this thing has a recoil when you kick it up,
Right.
Okay, now maybe I could say, okay, yeah, I would do this.
Right.
Here's MJ's contribution to the show right here. You see this big? Oh, hello.
The big exercise ball.
Well, no, it's the Piggy Star.
Oh, the Piggy Star.
Anyway,
Nice.
all right, get it over there. Like, hey, I think I swished. Yes, I did.
There you go.
Anyway, you've been listening to Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper,
And I'm JJ.
and I'm just a
I'm
irate.
Slide.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Paybacks.
Payback is a son of a gun, ain't it? All right. Anyway, we'll be right back after these brief messages with.
Tech Talk Live.
All right. Wilbur.
And I'm JJ.
And we are a computer and technology talk show up here in upstate New York.
We're a call-in technology talk show.
Yes, so please call
give
in.
us a call, please, at 315-220-0692, even if it's to wish us a happy holiday.
That'd be nice.
Right.
Happy holidays.
You could be a fat pig, too.
Oi! Anyway, we're back on that. You know, when The Lion King first came out, you know, we were doing a radio show.
We were doing a parody.
Yeah, and it was so funny because we were talking about, you know, I think the show was we were talking about how Disney had come out with the Lion King game, and then they had all these different things and off spins, you know, the Timon and Pumbaa show, and you know, and I goes, "Hey, Pumbaa!" You know, and just kind of
it just took off from there.
it took off, and we got screwing around so bad with trying to do the voices and stuff, and
right.
And I forget. I think we started doing Hakuna Matata, wasn't it?
Hakuna Matata, right?
What a wonderful phrase!
It's a worry-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
And then, of course, in the middle of the movie, you know, you can be a fat pig too.
Oi!
You know, and everybody, and it was just kind of like, and that's where we got that from. So before you go haywire and wonder where that we came from, that's what it is.
Right.
Anyhow,
Touching base back on.
well, back to that whole thought process. Just before we went to break, we were talking about how the perception of quality versus price and so on and so forth.
Right.
We are willing to pay more, and this is what I was trying to get at. For a lot less, and that's what I don't get. I don't understand it. You know, I can go buy a $600 laptop and have all the power in the world. I can do Photoshop, video editing, blah 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 blah.
If you can give me something that can carry on my hip, I can carry that around with. I'd be more than glad to do it.
To have that power.
To have that power.
I don't think you will. They're not going to do it. They're not going to manufacture it.
Find me a belt clip. I can hook up to that.
Well, that's kind of my point. Is that, I mean, really, like in my lifestyle, I'm not out and about that much.
Right.
You know, I'm really more, I go to work, I come home, I do a few things, and then I usually have side jobs. I do photography, I do computer repair on the side. So my day job is doing computer repair as well, and networking and all that good stuff. So, you know, there's a huge problem with me having mobility because it's more of a distraction for me rather than staying focused on what I got to get done.
You'd rather just carry the big briefcase with your laptop in it.
If I needed my laptop, yes. I mean, but most places
fire it up, you know.
Yeah, but most times I don't need the laptop. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got it with me here.
I'm feeling good. What's wrong with Flipper? He's over in the corner drooling.
Right.
He's playing with his laptop. I mean, but I wouldn't bring the laptop to a bar. I don't need to give her. And here's that misconception as well, or that misperception that I think. And I hope, I wish Peter was listening and maybe called in, or you know, somebody else, Jim Sinacropi, somebody would call in and give their take on this whole thing. I like the concept of mobility. I don't get me wrong, but I just don't feel that it really has its.
Speaking of mobility, we need to get Jim to get that fired up for. You know,
oh yeah, the video stream. We got to get the video stream so that people can get it on their mobile things like Kindles and stuff. And that's the other thing that ticks me off, and that's why I hate this misconception. You can't play our show, okay, live on live stream on mobile devices. Because the mobile device software manufacturers and stuff says, well, we don't have enough power to view this show, so you can't get it. Well, wait a minute. Why not boost the power then? Right. Well, we don't want to because we can make more money this way. And then,
but you can't listen to us
on Stitcher.
On Stitcher.
Yep.
You can listen to us on iTunes.
You can go down. You can go watch. You can go watch the recorded show after the fact. So approximately a couple hours after we're done with the show, you get to go out to YouTube and you can go look at it.
Right.
Or right on our Finger Lakes One page.
No, I can get the YouTube video of it on my smartphone.
Right, because I do a good job of uploading.
Right, exactly. And my iOS devices.
But I need that computer. I need that hefty computer in order to do that. And that's kind of my point is, you know, somebody looked at me the other day. This is a great story. I love this. Somebody looked at me the other day, handed me a tablet, literally just did this. Said,
fix it.
I want to do a podcast. Okay, you do a podcast on Finger Lakes One. Yeah, we do Tech Talk Live, and I'm going to be doing the Digital Babble soon.
Yep.
Okay, here. I got a camera.
Yep.
I got a camera,
Yes.
and I got an app here that says that I can do
Yes.
webcasting. I'm like,
Yes.
oh, well, yeah, you could do webcasting. So I said, but the quality's different. You're not going to be able to do what we're doing. He's like, no, I want to do what you're doing. I go, there's nothing on here. There's no software out there to do what we're doing.
You could do a podcast
On here.
on the Apple.
You can, but it's not the same.
I would like. I don't know what the quality is.
I'd like to see it if you could do it, but
I've looked it up, and you can actually you can go out there and get the apps to download, the software to download. They have mics that look like our mics that you can actually purchase.
right, they're condenser mics. They're the
Condenser
small
mics,
ones,
right.
small diaphragm condensers.
And then of course you got your
They got to
video
be about
feed.
this close. I mean, you can't do what we're doing. We can't. We still have decent quality, and I'm standing way back here.
Right.
I'm about 4 or 5 feet away from the mic. You can still hear me clear as day. I think maybe not.
Maybe not.
So, but I mean, that was kind of
I looked it up because they actually in the iPhone magazine they had a little thing about doing your own podcast, and
right.
if I had a little bit of extra money, maybe someday here I will purchase
Well, then we got our mobile rig, and then we can go
the mic and stuff, and let's see how it works.
Yeah, but here's the thing:
But I don't think you can stream it into Finger Lakes TV. You would,
Yeah, you can. As long as you have the right account information and the right codec. If you got the right codec, you should be able to do it. Because I found an app on here on the Android side that
Right.
we could do that. We could do a mobile. But the problem is, and here's the problem that I've looked at, trying to think this through.
Can you imagine being at home? I could be at home and just going, okay, we're at TikTok Live, and I'm feeding it in.
Well,
In your one little squares on there.
technically, we could do that, JJ. There is the possibility.
That would be one of our little test runs.
Do a Tech Talk Live show where
Yeah.
I'm at this computer, you guys are at another computer,
Right.
But the difference will be is the quality of the video.
Right.
Okay. You're going to have however many megapixel your iPad is. Because
Right.
we can actually Skype. We can take on the video here. Now, this is what I'm trying to figure out.
I could Skype on this too. You're
So
right.
saying if we wanted to get a guest on, maybe somebody from Microsoft wanted to talk about Windows 8, okay, and we get them on.
Bring them in through a Skype feed.
We can bring them right into through a Skype feed. I could put their image on screen as a Skype feed.
Right.
That other show that Finger Lakes One is republishing their tech something.
Right.
They're good.
The Tech Minute or whatever.
Yeah,
it's called.
I like what they do, but if you really look at what they're doing,
They're not as good as us.
I think
I don't know if they're good as us, but they're.
I think they're very knowledgeable. I think they lack having some fun. I mean, they're
Right.
kind of like,
Yeah, exactly.
you got to have a little fun with it, But hey, people watch them and they're good and they get sponsors. Hey, good for them.
Come sponsor us. Give us a call.
Right, there you go. Right. I think the difference is if you look at their feed every other week or every so often, the one guy is in the studio, okay, and they got the big computer to control everything. The other guy is Skyping in with his tablet, and he has a stand for his tablet, so he gets the camera angle the way he wants it. And then he runs the Skype application, dials into the main Skype server, and then they make the connection, conference call it.
Right.
So he can see the other guy. And then the feed then is fed into the encoder, the video encoder and streamer. It's the same concept. You could do it. You could do it. It's not hard per se. It's complex, but it's not hard to do. But the quality changes. We've got high definition cameras here. They're webcams, but they're high definition. They're the 1920 by 1080. Every single camera, the one up top. Okay, let me flip it up to the one up top up there.
Up top.
So up there. Okay. Now that one is a high definition camera as well. Right now, I don't have it running at high definition because I wanted a wider angle shot
Of all of us.
of all of us in the studio. So it's running at, I think, 720 by 380 something.
Okay.
Okay. So on our feed, I don't need that high a quality. So, but it's nice to have the ability to go to that high quality if I want to, you know? Which one? There we go. But that was kind of my point. And that's really my point is that we pay more for less and think the more money we spend on it, the higher quality it is. Then you look at stuff that you can produce with,
Oh,
I'm going to say this poorly, real computer equipment. And it's a totally different quality. It's a totally different thought process. You could really put some polished stuff out there.
Right.
And I think that's the thing that's irritating me beyond no belief is that somebody's like, well, you're just mad because technology's passing you by. No, I'm not mad because technology isn't passing me by. I'm right in it. I'm right in the thick of it. My point is that I'm mad because people's perceptions are going to the wayside. People's thought of value has totally morphed into something that is you can't even work with anymore.
Right.
I mean,
I just think the desktops are probably going to be a thing of the past here eventually. You're going to get your laptops, you're going to get your mobile devices, you're going to get your...
I really think the laptop has finally caught up to the desktop where you're probably 100% right that at some point desktops will be very specific.
Right.
Specific usage. Business PCs that aren't going to move, they're going to be there. Yep. Your home-based machine, your studios, stuff like that. Could we do the whole show on a laptop?
Sure.
Probably. The one problem that we're missing right now is there's no technology to get multiple cameras to feed into the same laptop at the same time. I haven't found anything that really works well with that.
New invention. Let's go.
Right. Let's manufacture it. Right. Oh, we'd be a millionaire anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what I'm kind of tweaking about. It's like somebody was telling me the other day, well, you could buy Photoshop for the tablet. I go, but you can't use all the features. It's not all there. You're not working on a high definition file. You are working on whatever that tablet can handle. You can only have
a lot of features there, but you're not going to get the whole $600.
Right, but that's what these people have is misconception that, well, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And there was somebody online, I can't remember what the company name was.
Some great features out there, but
they're great features, absolutely.
For the average user, that's fine.
Average user, it's good. Home user, you want to edit your own photos, that's beautiful.
Right.
But they're telling me that I need to get this app because that's gonna be the next wave of the future. No, it's not the next wave of the future for me. I can do 10 times more edits and fixes and changes on my desktop or my laptop than I can with this thing. This thing is nowhere close to being as powerful as either one of these two things.
But someday.
But these things will be even more powerful by then. I don't see it catching up unless they really start pushing.
You fire those up, you'll be like transporting you to unknown locations.
Oh, right.
So fire them up. Right.
Hang on, let me go get the super collider ready.
Yep, fire up, Betty. We're going.
Right. Hello, Bertha.
Anyway, if you want to comment on what we're talking about, give us a call 315-220-0692. Or give us an email. Look us on Facebook.
TechTalkLive.ny@gmail.com. Look us up on Facebook. Like us.
Right. About 10 minutes left to go in the show.
Really? Already? Wow, that went quick. Anyway, real quick, back same thought process as we've been talking about. So let's kind of keep going. Congress considers ban on smartphone tracking apps.
I saw that you published that. I hadn't had a chance to read the article. What's that?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna summarize this, and I really think it's about time that the government finally stepped in and said we got to regulate this because people are being tracked when they don't want to be tracked.
Right. But not a lot of these apps that for iOS or the smartphone ask you if you want.
But at the same time, you don't know. You don't a lot of them don't ask you that, and they're still.
A lot of them ask you if you want the live feeds sent to you or not. Or
right.
Tracking the feeds or whatever they call it.
Tracking feeds and can we track where you are is really the big thing. And basically, what it is it's really geared towards the harassment, battered women, that's what really started it was the Battered Women Association thing that is advocate for domestic violence, to say stop domestic violence. But it really has a lot of consumer things that are really a concern as well. Mm-hmm. Like my tablet, just going on Google, tells me what my location is. I didn't ask it to. Okay, the tablet automatically sends your GPS location right immediately to Google's website. Okay. Without anybody asking you, is this okay? Okay, the tablet is set up that way out of the box. Okay,
I like the idea like for the consumer, if
As
you
you're
so
as you're
choose it.
going wherever you're going, oh look, there's a restaurant over here,
Right.
and this is on sale right now. Okay, fine.
Or they send you a feed. You walk into their store, all of a sudden your smartphone rings. You got a coupon for
But that
20%
data
off.
But that data now exists. What about the bad guys out there that are going to get that data?
Exactly.
And use it
there's
against
gotta be
you.
some type of regulations.
Yeah, something.
Really.
And finally, I think Congress is finally they at least got over the first hurdle or two.
I don't think this is a bad thing, but I don't think it's
What?
the right thing, I guess you would say.
What do you mean?
There's got to be some type of regulations, but they just can't get rid of it altogether. Is what I'm trying.
Well, I don't think it's a thing to. I think it's to ban tracking without the user's permission.
Right.
I mean, that's a first step. The next step is to have some way to have complete anonymity. No tracking at all on your phone to stop it.
And we've talked about anonymity before, so
Well, I'm not saying
some
to be.
problems that can occur.
Well, I'm not saying being anonymous as in posting and sniping at people be anonymously and not putting your name with a face,
Right.
name with a comment. I'm talking about I don't want you
Define me because
you all of a sudden have the ability to go on Google and say, "Oh, look, Flipper's at dinner right now. I'm going to sneak in with my new boyfriend or new girlfriend or whatever you want to say and cause harassing situations."
well, look at Facebook.
Stalking.
Facebook. If you check in somewhere on Facebook,
I don't. That's the key.
you check
I
into
don't.
Facebook, and if you're friends with your
Somebody.
500 people or whatever,
Right, and somebody else is friends that wants to get after you or something.
you could just go to your thing and look at all the check-ins and see where everybody's at. Whoever's checked in for the last
Right.
3 or 4 days.
Right. So again, that's
Check
one,
their-
it's back to that original thought process.
Following their history of where they've been.
Right, but it's back to the original thought process about all this tracking. Why I don't agree with it.
Right.
I don't use it. I don't check in when I'm checked. I don't check in.
You don't check in?
Flipper does not check in nowhere. Flipper's at work. No, Flipper's not at work. Flipper doesn't know where
JJ
Flipper
checks
is.
in a lot.
You check in an awful lot. I could actually go and watch your pattern. I know when you're home, so I can actually make that phone call and connect and get you and not the answer machine.
Correct.
Because you have a weird schedule. Oh, JJ's at work. Okay, fine. So
I really don't usually use it for, I'm checking in at work or whatever. I usually, when I'm out and about or
Yeah.
at home, but
yeah. Oh, look, JJ's. You know how I found you at Walmart that one day? I checked your Facebook page and it said
There you
you're at
go.
Walmart. I'm like, I'm going down to Walmart and check out
Have a good
JJ.
day.
Yeah.
Where's he? At the Subway.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
fine,
right.
JJ, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
great. But that's kind of my point is now me as a normal user and not a hacker or not a super
Right.
user or anything like that, just did that to you, okay, as a friend. What if somebody's not so much of a friend?
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing, and that's the thing that gets me about this whole thing is
The
that
thing is, we're liked and friends on Facebook, and it's assumed that I give you that permission to
but that's the problem. They assume that they give you that permission.
to be able
The-
to see where I'm at.
Right. Okay, now, what if
Now,
a
if we had
friend
a
of
big
mine,
old-
what
now,
if a
we had
friend
a
of
big old
mine,
fight, I'm going to delete you and say, now you can't see me.
but can you or can't you?
Right.
Right. You
Exactly.
don't know. It's that blind faith thought process. So instead of doing that,
Just like sending my pictures that are out there on the internet, are they really
or
deleted when I delete them or not?
probably not,
Right.
but that's kind of where I'm trying to go with this is that, we give up, we have this sense of security that just is not there. It's okay if I send an email of my naked butt to 5 of my friends. Well, that goes to your 5 of your friends, and your 5 of your friends post it 5 other places. Now it's to 25 people.
8 other people are seeing it at the same
Yeah.
time. Right.
Now 25. Oh my God, it could go viral. It
Look
could.
how funny this is. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
People complained about their employers getting stuff to use against them at work and stuff, and fire them and so on and so forth. I'm not a fan of that. I really am not a fan of that. I think
You should
that
be posting about stuff you're doing at work on your Facebook page.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like you went out Friday night, got trashed.
Got trashed, said a few things I probably shouldn't have said.
Right, and then
They're going to use that against me.
right at work.
Yeah. I don't believe in that either,
There's
but-
no separation of my personal life and my professional
Right.
life. That we're losing that line. Okay.
I agree with you there on that one.
Right. And
I'm just saying I shouldn't be out there trash talking my boss or on Facebook or, my
Right.
employer.
right. Well, if you don't like your employer because something happened, I mean, you got to have a place to vent.
Maybe if it's union related stuff, but I don't know. Then it's kind of a
Well, no, think about it. I mean,
Different
if I'm your employer and you decide, okay, I hate Tech Talk all of a sudden, I hate the way Flipper just treated me. He's
Right.
a jerk, okay? You go and you talk to 4 of your friends on Facebook, and it's a private conversation, okay? Or
And it gets back to-
assumed private conversation.
right.
All right, now it gets back to me, and now all of a sudden I take offense to it and I fire you.
Forwarded to
Yeah, forward, and whatever, Facebooked it or whatever.
Yeah, hello.
I don't care how it gets back to me. Then I use that information and I fire you under no good grounds.
Civil lawsuit, criminal, what is it?
I don't know. I think it would be a civil suit.
Right.
By the end of the day, that you would be able to sue me in some way, shape, or form.
What if it's what if that message you thought was threatening is a criminal matter? Even though I was just venting.
Yeah.
Should I be terminated from my job? Should I get disciplined from my job for it?
Well, that's the question. What do you think? I mean, if you were,
I think I have a right to free speech and take it from there.
I have a right to free speech, but
As long as I'm not harming anybody, I guess.
if you threaten somebody or you threaten, oh man, I want to just go beat the snot out of my supervisor. Oh my god, he's just a jerk.
Well, then you're saying you want to physically cause harm to somebody, but if you're just going to say, I don't know, just
I wish he'd walk off the face of the earth.
right. Is this so wrong?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway,
I mean, that's what I'm talking about, though. But
I guess
okay,
the US Supreme Court's going to get
now-
this down a couple years down the road.
Right. But take that whole thought process, that sense of security, that sense of it's a false sense of security. We have a false sense of value. We have a false sense of security based around, oh, they're probably not tracking me.
Right.
Oh, no criminal probably gets my information
No.
online. No, they've never gotten my credit card before. Why would I think that they can track where I am?
Right? Oh, they can. Buyer beware.
But anyway, Congress is finally taking some steps to hopefully combat that thought process.
Very good.
So anyway, I think that ends the show.
Ends the show already.
Yeah, it's 12. Holy cow.
This would be our
Last episode of the season.
season finale.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Oh, hey! Yeah,
What'd you think? Let us know.
yes, please. Do let us know. Uh-oh. There it is.
Uh-oh.
I lost my button. Anyway, so I'm Flipper,
I'm JJ.
and we're Tech Talk Live, and Snide's out this week. He's doing the whole holiday thing this week, and
Right.
we're going to be taking the next 2 weeks off for the holiday season, so everybody can share and enjoy their families and
Work overtime, and
Work overtime. Yep, if you got one of those jobs.
I do.
So we won't be publishing a show for the next 2 weeks, but we will be back for season 2 of Tech Talk Live on the other side of the new year.
Very good.
So we hope you enjoy the show, and we hope you listen, and we hope you share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter.
Send us some comments, and
Yes, the more you share, the more listeners we get, the happier we are, and the happier hopefully you'll be, because as soon as we get more listeners, we'll start doing more giveaways.
hopefully,
And that's really the key. The more listeners we get, the more giveaways we'll do.
there you go.
So Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas,
Merry
Happy
Christmas
Holidays.
to you, to your family.
And are we out of here, JJ?
I think we're out of here.
We're out of here.
Have a good New Year. See ya.
You've been listening to your technology talk show. Tune in next time to Tech Talk Live.